Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Aulia Rahmi.
My name is Chairunnisa Sajidah.
And my name is Fika Nurfitriyani.
So we are from 6B. We would like to represent our intercultural communication assignment to share with other people from another country to speak about their culture. So here's the video.
Hello, Aya. Good morning to afternoon there. Okay, let us begin. Okay, so let us introduce ourselves. My name is Fika, the one who chatting with you in tandem. This is my friend.
Yeah, my name is Aulia Rahmi. You can call me Lia.
And my name is Chairunnisa Sajidah. You can call me Icha.
And we are here to we have intercultural communication course assignment that we are required to have a communication with people from other cultures. Okay. Am I okay? Can you please introduce yourself, like your name, your country, and what do you do?
Hi, I am Aya. I'm 10 years old. I live in Yemen, Sana'a, and I study architectural engineering. I live in the college, and I finish it.
Let's talk about traditional food, right? Okay. So recently, as a Muslim, we have celebrate our Eid al-Adha, which is there will be plenty of meat in that time. So in Indonesia, if there's come like Muslim celebration day such as Eid al-Adha or Eid al-Fitri, we usually, like our parents usually cook our traditional dish, meat dish, especially like rendang. Rendang is a beef cuisine that came from Sumatra, West Sumatra. It is beef that cooked with coconut milk. And besides that, we also have opor ayam and ketupat. Ketupat is like rice cake but wrapped in woven coconut leaf. And how about in Yemen? Is there any traditional food there?
The Indonesian dishes was so good, really. I want to just try it. So let me tell you about traditional food in Yemen. The most popular Yemeni dish is our salsa. This salsa is like beef with the spicy, and we eat it with the bread. So delicious. And salsa and kafta and durian. This means salsa is we usually eat them as lunch, while a durian or kafta prepared for events. We have an event or we have a lot of people, so we make durian or kafta. This is rice with the chicken. But we serve it with kafta.
Wow.
Yeah, this is our food.
Oh, that sounds delicious to us. We have to try it when we come to Yemen in the future. Yeah. Good job. Oh,
I think in Indonesia there is a Yemen restaurant or not.
Oh. So that let me begin again with the topic about custom and tradition. So in Indonesia, since we are mostly of our people are Muslim, but we're not Islamic country, so we have these like traditional things when we're facing like Eid Mubarak or Eid al-Adha, we tend to have long holiday, and when and at the time school students often take their own vacation, and when they came to school, they did not directly learn with their teacher, but they have activities like halal be halal, where the students like asking for apologize for each of their teachers, like, and they also have to salam salaman, like this greeting, like salam salaman with their friends. And how about in Yemen?
In Yemen, we have many like Prophet Muhammad birthday, and the Eid holidays, and after that, and also in weddings, we have a folk dance, that's Aldara. They have a special dance in weddings. The man's dance, we call it Aldara. It's so nice. Yeah. And let's eat Adha and eat the Prophet.
Okay, that's an interesting custom and tradition in Japan. Okay, so let's move to the next topic. It will be delivered by my friend Leah. Sorry, Icha. I mean Icha.
So, hello Aya. So the next topic is social life, family and social life. In Indonesian, is generally community oriented, friendly, and deeply rooted in cultural and religious values. Just like in family ties, neighborly relationship and mutual cooperation, or to be called is gotong royong in Indonesia. And what is the daily social life for people in Yemen?
Yemen.
Yemen.
A common paradox for them to live with their parents. And especially another of conservative areas, family in Yemen is really close-knit and socially connected. The parents were there children.
Oh, it's could be great. Thank you. And the next topic is traditional clothes. Let's see my notes. And in Indonesia, we have a batik. Batik is traditional textile art that involves decorating fabric using a wax resist dyeing technique. And batik is as known the worn clothes that are for
Wedding ceremony.
ceremonial clothes. And oh my, what's it? What are the common types of traditional clothing worn in Yemen? I don't know.
Okay, Yemen, men wear a white robe, that before, and Fika, this is a warm shirt, and the man wears also Gambia, like, I don't know, we call it a skirt tiger, okay, and sometimes shag. They put it
Yeah.
yeah, and women take the best traditional dresses and often accessories with a beautiful Yemeni gold jewelry, special activity. Yeah.
That's interesting and that would be nice if we wear it.
Yeah, just like a tudung.
Yeah, it's fine. Wow, Yemen has an interesting cultures for sure. Okay.
So I'm gonna
Okay, so
Please wait a minute.
okay, so we're going to the next topic, yeah, Ayah.
Yeah.
My voice is clear.
It's not.
Is my voice clear? Yeah. Is my voice clear?
yeah.
Okay.
No.
So I want to talk about maybe there's something that really common in each country, like maybe cultural ethic or the stereotype in each country. So in Indonesia, the cultural ethic is like greetings or maybe apa ya, the behavior, the people behavior in Indonesia is still like maybe like politeness or smiling, or they use indirect communication to communicate with each other or with peers, yeah, with someone, with another people when they communicate. And then wait and then I want to know in Yemen there is another cultural etiquette, like yeah, cultural etiquette, maybe same like Indonesia or another, or different bit or different in Indonesia.
I think it's similar. It's also like to greet people with Assalamu alaikum or taking the hand of elders in sign of respect. It's considered rude to eat with left hand, that's rude. When you eat with your left hand, or enter someone's house without greeting.
Okay. So it's same like Indonesia, right?
Yeah, mostly same. Maybe
Mostly,
because
yeah.
our countries really
We
values,
should like
yeah, really values Islamic
Yeah.
beliefs, cultures.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna next the topic
Okay,
about the stereotype. So in Indonesia, like the stereotype is apa ya?
Yeah.
Is apa? Gimana?
So let us clarifying each other country stereotypes. Okay.
Mm.
You can ask us like, what are the stereotypes about Indonesia that you want to clarify? We will answer that. Did you have any stereotypes, belief about Indonesia?
mm, I'm really don't read a lot about Indonesia, so I'm interested when I'm reading about you guys about Indonesia. I'm really interested, and also love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Can I? We have a question that regarding the stereotype of Yemen. Can we ask that to you? Okay. So I have read about, like, when I'm searching on the internet about Yemen, I have several times read about that most of men in Yemen they like to chew cut. Is that right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is bad habit.
That is bad habit. I just know that that is a bad habit.
Yeah, it's not good.
So is it true that most of men in Yemen chewing cut?
Yeah, that's so bad.
So is cut? Oh, I've known that cut is some plant. Is it addictive? That is it dangerous that if men chew it? Is it dangerous if when people chew it like many times? Is it bad for their health or?
Yeah. Really bad for their health.
I
It's
just
not good.
I just know that. That's interesting fact. Honestly, I just know that.
Yeah. As I told you, this is a really bad habit. Yemenis is going that. But not all the Yemenis are doing that. No.
Enggak semuanya chew cut, tapi kebanyakan iya. Chew cut kayak gigit tanaman herbal. Kita itu adiktif gitu. Bukan tanaman herbal sih, ganja. Enggak juga bukan ganja tapi iya. Okay. That's all about the topics that we want to share with you, Aya. Yeah, we have come to an end of our meeting.
Thank you.
We have come to our end of meeting today, since we have discussed about a lot of topics about each other culture.
This is so amazing. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing this. It's about Indonesia. It's understood.
We really thankful.
How can I say thank you in Indonesia?
Terima kasih.
It's in Malaysia. I know.
Oh, Malaysia. Oh, I just remember that you have come to Malaysia, right? Oh yeah, Indonesia have many similarities words with Malaysia. Yeah, since we are maybe neighboring country.
Let me start with something like wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's right. Betul. Okay. We thank you so much, Aya, for sparing your time for us. Yeah, you are really helpful.
Yeah.
We really apologize for our mistakes. Thank you so much, Aya. See you next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I will listen to BTS song Love Yourself. Thank you so much, Aya.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good morning, sir. We are undergraduate student from English Education Department in University of Singapore, Karawang. So we have a final exam assignment that we required to have a conversation with people from other cultures, which that's why. Yeah. So my name is Fika. I am Miss Icha. My name is Leah.
Lovely to meet. My name is Josh.
George. Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from Australia.
Australia. Oh, that's so far away from here. Yeah. Are you in Indonesia vacation or for work?
I am in transit vacation.
Oh, vacation. Hope you have a nice day in Indonesia.
Yes.
So, speaking about culture, do you have like your favorite traditions in Australia, like passed down from generation to generation in your family?
It's very different experience than to say Japanese or Indonesian. So yes, there are cultural I suppose habits and things that are passed out from one generation to the next. Australia is a very multicultural country, and so there's a lot of cultural practices which are within sort of different like national and ethnic cultures are passed out, so that there's like you may have people who are from say India or China or Indonesia who they live in Australia and then for generations they still maintain the cultural practices from the countries that their forebears came from. My cultural heritage is a bit all over the place. So my great-grandmother, she was from Guangzhou in China, and my grandmother on my other side, her family is from Ireland. So and then they have been in Australia for like 150 years or so. So over that time, the cultural practices, I suppose, have faded, and so that there's no sort of real identifiable Australian cultural practices, I suppose, from my point of view. But that is not the case like more generally, because there are so many different cultures in Australia from all over the world. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's
good.
totally answer our questions. So, is there any questions from you guys?
I want to ask about your culture in Australia. Maybe is there a unique tradition
Or specific clothing,
clothing or clothes?
like Australian traditional clothing, for example.
Oh, clothing.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed to say that there probably is nowadays, and it's modern, and it's like Australians are not very modestly dressed like yourselves. Australians have terrible dress fashion, let's say, so that you might have like it's very casual. There's a lot of skin exposed, and there's no. I don't think there's any traditional dress. Again, if you go back to talking about like some of the multicultural cultural traditions, then the cultural dress from those countries remains in Australia as well. Maybe for ceremonial and family things, but the people who have arrived in Australia more recently will maintain the dress of their culture, but then their children and families as they go on will move. Like for instance, one of my colleagues is from Pakistan, and she wears a hijab, and she's an Australian citizen now. But her daughters, they dress more like modern Australians, so they don't wear a hijab. They wear t-shirts, and so yeah, it's as the generations move on, those clothing, those dress things change over time.
So clothing is actually changed from generation to generation.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
become less, what do we call that? Less strict.
Formal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Become more formal, more casual, like depending on the era. Maybe.
Yeah, that's right. And look, if you want to see an example of Australian fashion culture, go to Bali.
Oh yeah. Okay. And in Indonesia itself, we have many like traditional clothing. So like we are like a big nation, which is differs from region to region, and each region they has their own traditional clothing. Like for example, we are here in Jakarta. Like we have traditional clothing named baju kebaya.
Or
Yeah.
batik.
Yeah, kebaya or
Yeah.
batik. And in other region we have different traditional clothing and so on. And this traditional clothing usually worn when we have special occasion, maybe like a wedding, like cultural ceremonial, like that, sir. And maybe this is the last question.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard any stereotype about Indonesia?
Look, if there is a stereotype that I've heard about Indonesia, it's actually a good one. It is that Indonesians are almost always very friendly and welcoming. And in my experience, I've been to Indonesia a few times. That is the case. I think in Australia and Indonesia have had a few difficult times in the past, and I think that in the early 2000s there was some negative stereotypes, and unfortunately it was true. Like there was tension, there was some terrorism acts in Jakarta and in Bali. But I think that is all good. So I think the stereotypes that I'm aware of are that Indonesia is a very welcoming country. Indonesians, wherever you're from, are lovely. I think Australians and Indonesians get on really well because we're similar kind of people.
I'm glad to hear that. And we also have heard about Australian stereotype, which is in Australia there are many of dangerous animals there. And also, like on social media, there are a lot of news that that stating that Australia is home for many dangerous animals.
That's true. That is true. So there are. I don't wish to frighten you because but there are lots of venomous snakes and spiders, crocodiles, lots of things that will bite you and sting you in the water. But most people don't get bitten or hurt, so it's a very safe place to go. But you do need to be aware of there's some very dangerous animals.
Yeah, that's what I heard that.
But that stereotype is true.
Yeah. Is there any education?
Maybe I want to ask about the respect for respect to others.
Oh, maybe
yes.
like etiquette.
Yeah. In Australia, is there any
Specific like
especially
like cultural difference from others.
Again, I think it goes. I don't think that it's not a formalised. Like if you an older, it's hard. It's a hard question to answer because it's very different from the way in which older people are respected in other cultures in Australia. Again, those cultures that have come from other countries to Australia, they maintain the system where elders are respected. But it's blurred a bit. It's changed as the generations move on, and so there's not disrespect for older people, but I don't think they are held at the high level as they are in other cultures. It is different in Australia. We have Aboriginal people who have been in Australia for 100,000 years, and they have a very different system. So the elders are very highly respected in many Aboriginal cultures. But it's not a formal thing outside of that.
How about Indonesia? Did you want to explain any etiquette in Indonesia?
No, that's all right.
That's right. As Indonesian, we like highly respect others. So when we meet others in the street, like when we recognize him or her, we usually do salaman.
Yes.
Like this. Can you like this?
Yeah.
Like we kiss their hands as a form of respect, like that.
Yes. Well, we do similar things
Oh,
like
sorry.
that now. Yes. Yes.
Okay, is that enough? Enough. I think it is enough. Okay. I think that's enough, sir.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for sparing your time.
No,
with us
my pleasure. I
today.
hope that has helped. And don't be scared of all the animals in Australia.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
No worries at all. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you very
much.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, so Miss, we are from English Education Department from University of Singapore Bangsa Karawang, and we have assignment from our lecturer to
Which is intercultural communication course. We are required to have a conversation with people from
Another
different cultures. We have to exchange cultures.
okay.
So let us introduce ourselves. My name is Fika.
And my name is Leah.
And I'm Icha. And what's your name?
And my name's Kirsten.
Okay.
And from?
I'm from England, but I grew up in Germany.
She grew up in Germany.
So the first question from
The first topic, and my topic is traditional clothing. If you are developed from
Rice.
for England to Germany, is specific clothing that you are see that traditional clothes maybe?
Sorry, what? Traditional. Maybe she meant that is there in German any traditional clothes that use in Germany?
Oh yeah, in Germany, so especially in Bavaria, you wear the lederhosen. It's a traditional. You don't wear them every day, and it's just for traditional things now. So the men have leather shorts that go up to here, and then the ladies have what's called a diundo. So it's long skirt, and I don't know if I can show you. It's probably easier to show you. Don't know. So, but that's much more in Bavaria, which is south of Germany. So yeah, and people don't wear it every day. It's just for special occasions.
when in Indonesia you get. We will also use the batik for the occasion like the formal wears. Maybe the patterns is like the repetitive pattern, like the symbolic.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah. Yeah, I just bought a batik top. And in England, in Scotland, for example, you've got the kilts. You know the kilts? The for men, and often they also have a pattern for a family.
yang rok itu yang
So it's more the men.
Let's call this. We have seen it, but we have no idea what.
like in the movie we are usually see this.
Yeah. So my understanding, I'm not Scottish, is that families have different patterns.
Oh, just like the family engraved like that.
Yeah. So yeah, and often it now is only worn for weddings and again special occasions.
It's not commonly used like every day.
Okay, for the next topic is about the tradition, unique tradition in Germany. What is a unique tradition in your country, in Germany, that you are really love?
Can't think of any tradition. In England, we have a Sunday dinner, which is normally a roast dinner. So you have either pork or beef or chicken, and you have it with loads of vegetables, and you have what's called Yorkshire pudding. It's a very traditional, but most people still do that every Sunday, and you get all the family together and eat together. So yeah, it's a nice thing. I suppose in Germany, also something that's not done all the time anymore. It's called Kaffee und Kuchen, so cake and coffee, at 3:00. Again on a Sunday with family or for birthdays, you'll get some different slices of cake from the bakery and then have that all together.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Like in Indonesia, we also have a tradition, a unique tradition, food in Indonesia. We also we also celebrate Eid Mubarak in Indonesia, and then the food is also opor. Opor ayam. So opor ayam is chicken. The chicken that santan apa ya?
Coconut milk.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Derived from coconut milk, and then it's also nice. And if you try it, you can
Like the
yeah, you can like it.
Yeah, so there's the tradition like Easter holidays and Christmas holidays. So again, Easter you often have lamb or salmon. Christmas it's more turkey. So I think that would be a similar celebration, like as important as.
So in Indonesia, we're gonna move to the traditional food topic. So in Indonesia, we, as a Muslim, Indonesia is not a Muslim country, but most of its people are Muslim. So we celebrate two major holidays, like in Idul Fitri and Idul Adha. And at the time, usually all the family, like Muslim family in Indonesia, usually cook beef dish, especially like rendang. Rendang is a beef cuisine that cooked with coconut milk, and also opor ayam, as Leah mentioned before. And also, we also have satay sometimes. Have you ever tried it?
Of course, yes. I think everybody's tried satay. Yeah.
Would you like it?
Oh yeah.
Yes. What's interesting part for me, like when it comes to Idul Adha or Idul Fitri, like my family usually, like each member of my family, like my aunt, my grandmother, usually have cook their own beef dish, and after we're finished cook it, we often share it with our family, like for example, exchanging like that. Like for example, my auntie have cooked opor ayam, and then he will share that with my family, also with my grandmother. That's interesting part of Indonesian traditional food.
I think in England and Germany, often the family will all come together in one house.
Like you mentioned before.
Yeah. Especially for Christmas. And Easter for little children. We sometimes hide little Easter eggs, and the children have to look for them. So the Easter bunny comes and and hides. That's the story. And then for Christmas, Father Christmas comes and brings this. And in Germany, Father Christmas comes on the 24th in the night, but in England he comes in the morning because he has to travel all over the world. Yeah, in Germany there's also St. Nicholas, who you just mentioned, and that's on the 6th. And if you're naughty, he brings you a stick, and he doesn't, obviously, but that is the story.
Thank you for your story. I like it.
Really interesting.
New story about me. It's like I know that Santa Claus comes in the morning, but not in the night like that.
Yeah, in Germany you put the boot out on the night of the 5th of December, and then overnight St. Nicholas comes and fills it up with fruit or chocolates, or unless you've been naughty.
Just hunger cookies like that.
Yeah.
We have heard about it.
That's interesting. And then the last topic. The last topic is about this ceremonial or festival. Like in Germany, what kind of ceremonies or festivals are considered important in your culture?
Again, with Easter and Christmas, but also where I grew up, there was Carnival. So you when Lent starts, before that you have the Monday, and in Cologne and Düsseldorf, and where I grew up in Münster, you have big processions, and everybody dresses up, and they throw sweets into the crowds, and the children gather the sweets, and it's a big, it's quite a big thing. And then Lent starts, and you have 40 days, maybe a bit like Ramadan, so you're meant to not eat sweets and behave really, really well. But that tradition isn't as strong as it was when I grew up.
Okay. So in Indonesia, the ceremonial, like for example in Bali, we celebrate Nyepi in Bali. Do you know?
Yeah.
And then in Nyepi, it's a silent day. Silent day. Yeah, people
Don't make
people
don't make awards.
Nyepi
Not
as
allowed to use their
title. Yeah.
And in the night of Nyepi, the star will be shown more clearly than usual because there are less pollution than usual. That's must be great day.
That's a really unique.
Yeah. My daughter was here last year, and she came when that was happening, and she was very surprised. But it's also a procession, isn't it? Like you have the procession of people. In Bali, there's a procession with people, and they dress up and.
In Bali?
Musicians, like their cultural ceremonial. Yeah, it's like for what religion? Nyepi like a mix.
Silent day. Nyepi biasanya tuh kayak silent day itu ada Hindu. Budaya nggak sih? Hindu religion.
For the cleansing the good the bad habit just come to pokoknya itu dianya itu lebih ke arah menghilangkan kebiasaan buruk, mulai ke kebiasaan yang baik.
Building your good habit.
Well, that's like Lent. So you've got 40 days where you're meant to, as I say, behave and reflect on your past behaviours, and then Easter is when you start celebrating again.
Similar to
Thanks.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was lovely meeting you. Your English is fantastic too. It's really, really lovely
Sorry for
meeting
my
you.
bad
English.
Thank you so much for sparing your time.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Good luck with all your studies, and might see you in England.
Sorry, we disturb you.
It's fine. Thank you. No, don't worry. It was lovely meeting you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.